Welcome to your 10-minute slow flow. Focus on hips. Let's get started. Your first bit, take a squat or a malasana pose. First bit here, just mobilize through the hips. And let this be an organic process. There's really no correct way of doing it. If it feels good, then move into that area. Just everything you do it super slowly. It's really hard to feel your end range when we move very fast. So move like turtle speed the entire time. Good. And then from here, you'll sit on the ground and you have two options here. First option is to take a figure 4, right ankle on top of the left knee. And then from here, try to have an amount of back bending quality. And then you can pull the left knee into your chest and push that right knee away from you. Or you can go into my favorite, this double log, where you're stacking both feet in line with the legs. And then here, see, I'm moving around. If that feels better for you, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you can be a little bit more static, eventually making your way to the ground. This is really nice to open up the side butt. And if you want to breathe or make that a priority, you're welcome to do that at any point in the practice. It's a nice way to stay present and to not let this sort of higher energy come up. And then from here, switch the legs. Again, you can begin with your figure 4. Otherwise, go ahead and find that same position. Moving around. And may I remind you that not both hips are the same, so your range might be vastly different. I forgot to mention, if the knee is too high, you can also place a block to help support yourself. Okay, and then from here, have the feet as wide as the mat or whatever that you're sitting on the ground on, and then let the knees fall slowly from side to side. Place your right foot on top of your left knee, letting your femur, your leg bone, go into a slight internal rotation. If this is enough, you can stay there. Otherwise, push your foot downwards into the knee, and then try to pull the knee up slightly, adding a little bit more activation. Okay, and then other side. Both knees fall to the left foot on top of the right knee. You can stay here, otherwise more activity by pushing upwards into the foot with your knee. And release. All right. Now what shape you'll take is a 90-90 shape. So the front leg 90-ish and the back leg 90-ish. And so this first bit, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring this knee back. And then the only thing you're going to do is essentially fall down and come back up. Try not to use your hands. You'll feel it more into the adductors, the groin area. And then fall down and up 3 more times. Last one. Good. And then from here, stay at the bottom. If you need to use your hands at any point, go ahead and do that. And then rotate slightly so that you're moving towards the back leg. Come on up. Now, keep your back foot stationary as if you're super gluing it on the floor, as well as this front knee. Then from here, we're going to get into slight external rotation. So you're anchoring the front leg down as much as you're pulling this knee back. And you're coming back to the side glute activation now. So before we kind of opened them up a little bit, and now we're using them to widen legs. Good. And then from here, transition 90-90, the other, facing the other way. And then same thing, pull down and up 5 times. Go super slow. And can you challenge your end range just a little bit more every time you go down? Good. Now stay low. After your 5th one, use your hands where you need, and then begin to rotate yourself towards that back leg, staying low, targeting different areas of your groin, different adductors. Good. And then same activation as before. Push your front knee downwards and then lift that leg up. And you will feel either a lot of sensation here, or even better if you feel it in your side glute activating. Okay. Both feet together. Push the knees down towards the floor and then begin to fold over your feet. If you can reach all the way down, chin to ground. And try not to push the elbows down quite yet. Keep recruiting from your glutes to open up your hips. And the more you can do this, then the more you're essentially sending signals to your nervous system that you're strong. And so therefore you might be able to gain a little bit more flexibility. Now place your hands on your knees, push your knees up into your hands. Release, fold forward. And feel free at any point to pause if you want to stay longer in these shapes. Make your way out. Then you'll take a lunge, so your left leg forward, back knee on the ground. Good. This first bit, lift your chest up. Good. You can place your hands onto your pelvis and then try to feel this tucking of the pelvis slightly. You'll feel your glute engage furthermore. Good. So keeping this hip extension. Now from here, push your back foot into the floor so that the back knee lifts up like 10 centimeter. And you'll feel the whole opening here. You can stay there. Otherwise, bring the arm up overhead. Shrug your shoulder and laterally bend away from that hip. Slowly lower. Good. Straighten the front leg. Fold down. I'm going to bring my chin to my shin because I have a mic. Otherwise, you can go ahead and fold as far down as you can. Good. From here, push your hands into the floor and then try to lift the front leg off. Good. Step forward, switch your legs. Same on the other side. So nice long lunge. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Anchor your back foot into the floor. Tug the pelvis under slightly, mostly so I can feel those glutes engage. Lower abdominals kind of slightly engage as if you're wearing a tight pair of jeans. And then from here, push your back foot into the floor. Same thing. Lift that arm up, shrug up, breathe in, and then laterally bend. Good. Come back to center. Straighten the front leg. And here, try to have an amount of engagement through your quads. You might even think about pushing down and then slightly pulling the heel back. You should target your hamstrings a little bit more when you do so. If you're already at end range and this is too much, then just try to lock out the knee. That will be your level 1. Good. Last bit, push down, lift the leg up. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Step forward. Fold over your leg. Okay. And that's it. Thank you for joining my mini hip flow.